Hey there guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Someone in Discord had asked how Kenshi plays on Steam Deck since they couldn't imagine how the game would work without a keyboard, and I figured the easiest way to explain was to show it off. Overall, Kenshi in the Steam Deck is pretty great. That being said, it can definitely feel a bit clunky, and I take about twice as long to get anything done. But it still feels good enough to not really complain about it most of the time. Basically, if I had a choice between playing on the Steam Deck versus playing on my computer with a keyboard and mouse, I'll take the computer every time. But when my fiance and I are watching shows in the living room, it's insane to me that I'm able to stream Kenshi to my Steam Deck. And that brings me to my first little caveat. I'm usually streaming Kenshi from my desktop to the Steam Deck instead of playing on the Steam Deck directly. This is only because Kenshi doesn't support cloud saves, and honestly, the kind of gameplay Kenshi has is perfect for game streaming. It has nothing to do with how the game runs in the Steam Deck, which I tried for a bit, and it ran good enough for my tastes, but I'm by no means an expert on that. Now, if you're still interested in the details of how it all works, allow me to walk you through the control layout I've been using for the past couple days. This is a mostly custom layout that I based on the one provided from the community, but I've tailored it more towards my preferences. Starting on the right side of the deck, I have A bound to open the map, X bound to open the character sheet, Y bound to open the inventory, and finally B to press escape, which both closes the active windows and opens the pause menu. Over on the left side of the deck, I have the left and right D-pads set to select the previous and next character in the squad respectively, and the up and down D-pad buttons are set to change the current floor, either up or down. And I've set the select button to change the current squad, and the start button to pause time. Moving to the top of the deck, I've got the left and right bumpers bound to the camera zoom, and the left trigger bound to left click, and the right trigger bound to right click. Going back to the front of the deck, we have the left joystick bound to move the camera with the arrow keys, as well as toggling sneak and click. The right joystick is set to rotate the camera, which is accomplished by having the right joystick set to push Alt as soon as it's touched, and the joystick itself controls the mouse. It will also focus the selected character when clicked in. Going back to the front of the deck, we have the left joystick bound to move the camera with the arrow keys, and the right joystick is set to rotate the camera. This is accomplished by having the right joystick set to push Alt as soon as it's touched, and the joystick itself controls the mouse. Next, we have some buttons and inputs that are unique to the Steam Deck. Over on the right side of the deck, I have the right trackpad simply set up as a mouse, which is honestly how I do most things in the game. While the left trackpad is set up as a custom radio menu, which has options to set the game speed, quick save, cancel all character actions, and enter exit the build mode, which honestly is pretty terrible, so we won't be going into that for now. And finally, in the back of the Steam Deck, we have 4 additional buttons. The upper left and right buttons are set to select the first character in the squad and select all characters in the squad respectively, and the bottom buttons are set to the Alt and Shift keys. It turns out trying to organize and record a video takes a lot of effort, and not to mention that going over the controls so carefully for this video, I realized a few ways I could actually improve them, so I had to re-record some footage. Anyway, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me in Discord. I'm not the best at responding to people, but I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks, this is Fumi signing out.